Hello and welcome to the Flash Fantasy Variety Show. I'm today's host, and on behalf of everyone here, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy. Tales from a liar, a swindler, and a drunkard. 3 men sit around a fire, a liar, a swindler, and a drunkard. The liar stands and puffs out his chest. He says to the other men, "Did I ever tell you, gentlemen, of the time I was elected mayor?" He walks in circles around the fire, recounting the story with tremendous bravado. He says, "Gentlemen, I stood in front of the saloon, having just stopped a robbery, and told the people of the town that I was there to save them. I told them that I was a lawyer from England. I told them of when I defended a man unfairly arrested for a crime he did not commit. Why, I was such a prolific and capable lawyer that Disraeli himself wanted me appointed as a judge. I told him no, I am neither politically connected nor of the type to desire such powerful office. Then I came to America to serve the good people here. Why, they elected me mayor right on the spot, and my dear friend Eustace as deputy mayor. Now, gentlemen, I believe we all knew Eustace, and he did give me a flask, which I will cherish all of my days. Did he give the two of you such flasks?" The liar pulls out a silver flask. The swindler pulls out a worn silver flask with a bullet hole torn through it. The drunkard reveals he has no such flask anymore. The liar speaks again. "You two really must take better care of such valuable items. What would Eustace say?" The camp goes silent for a few minutes. The swindler stands and clears his throat to cut through the silence. He says, "Well, that's quite the tale, good man. I'll try to regale you with one of equal hardiness. Eustace and I once strode into a little town on the border of Texas and Oklahoma. In that day I had quite the extravagant mustache and a top hat to rival the emancipator himself. We rode into town with my wagon and my horse, and Eustace gathered the people. I told them that I was the Dr. Jean Lemay Schrank. They were fraught with awe. Eustace pulled the bottles from the back of my wagon, and we did sell so many of those bottles of a healing liquid that could raise the dead or put hair on an old man's noggin. Then the sheriff came out and run us off, he did. Guns pointed at us, he and his deputies were shooting and yelling and shooting. One got a good look at me and shot that pistol, and it drove me off the wagon." He holds up the flask. "I'll forever thank Eustace and his fantastic flask for saving my life." The drunkard speaks, holding a bottle of whiskey and wobbling too much to stand. He says, "Sit back down. My story's one of no such exploits or joyous recollections. I remember I was shot and knocked off my wagon, and Eustace was shot and knocked off my wagon. When I was brave enough to stand, I made my way over to him, and I saw they'd brained him. I cried, and I cried over his body, and I apologized to him. Every day I say I'm sorry, and every night too. I buried him right there, and a year later I visited him to give him back the flask. Never sold another bottle. Never told another lie. I lived out behind a saloon for a while. I'm out this way to visit and apologize to Eustace again. If you boys want to join, you can." Then he takes a long swig from the bottle, and the other two just stare. He finishes his bottle, and the 3 men stand. They adjust their tie, and he walks out into the desert so he can apologize just one more time to a very good friend. A single pair of footprints can be seen the next day, leading out to a mound in the desert. A wooden cross marks the head of the grave, and on it is carved, "Here lies Eustace, the only friend to a lying, swindling drunk." Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. We hope to welcome you again sometime soon.